It's not the best idea to use setInterval directly with React hooks. Like our document change function, we also need to account for cleanup and any intervals we set up to prevent memory leaks. This is a bit tricky to do in React, but it's definitely doable. Let's begin by writing a new custom React hook, useInterval. So we'll make a new file right alongside usePleaseStay called useInterval. So this will be export const useInterval. And for the parameters passed to this hook, we'll at least need a callback or whatever we want to run at the given interval. And the interval itself, which will be a number. The first thing we'll do is store a reference to the callback that's passed in, and we'll do this with the React hook useRef. We then need to make sure that every time callback changes, we're updating the current value of the callback ref. So once again, we require the use of useEffect. And whenever this callback changes, we're going to update the current value of the callback ref. Finally, we can get to using JavaScript's built-in setInterval function. So we'll create another useEffect, and this one will fire whenever the interval changes. So what we'll do is store the interval ID from setInterval, and we'll call the current callback ref. And of course, at the interval provided. And as mentioned, the whole reason we're creating this custom hook is so we can have proper cleanup of this set interval. So just as we did in usePleaseStay, we'll use the return function in useEffect here to clean up this ID. And that can be done by calling JavaScript's built-in clearInterval function with the interval's ID. We should also have a way to start and stop this setInterval call from running. Let's add a parameter shouldRun type Boolean to our hook. We can add shouldRun to the dependency array in our second useEffect hook. And when shouldRun switches to false, we can simply return from this effect. And we now have a React lifecycle-safe way of using setInterval. Let's jump back into usePleaseStay and start using useInterval. And as we said, the trigger for iterating through our titles is this shouldIterateTitles. And so for now, I will throw it into our useInterval function, just with an empty function. We'll do 500 milliseconds as the interval, and use that shouldIterateTitle state variable as the shouldRun trigger. And within this body will be the actual logic that triggers the document title change.